Welcome to Star Powered Astrology for Changemakers. I'm Leslie Tagorda, your guide, a Hawaii-born Filipino Jewish astrologer who loves navigating visionaries like you through the spiritual journey of your work so that you can be inspired to lead by your chart and become the luminary leader you were born to be. Hello, luminaries. It's Leslie Tagorda back for a special episode all on gratitude. Now, I live in the States, and this week we are celebrating American Thanksgiving. And for all of its harm, the concept that I think most of us want to tap into is this feeling of abundance and gratitude. And of course, American Thanksgiving happens at the beginning of Sagittarius season. And this year, the day before American Thanksgiving on November 23rd, we have our new moon in Sagittarius, along with transiting Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, stepping on the brakes to change direction to go direct in the sky again. This day is full of all of the feels around Sagittarius, around Jupiter. And, Jupiter's job is to go big, it's to expand, it's to believe, it's to vision, it's purpose. And that vision and purpose is not about the how, it's not really even about the what, it is about the why. And so, this week, as you practice gratitude, as you look in your heart, as you feel the fresh air, the sense of relief that we have finally arrived to this new moon in Sagittarius, I want you to go deep within to find your why. I'm still riding high from the Radiate Masterclass that I put on back a couple of weeks ago. And people are still sending me messages on how powerful that Radiate Masterclass was for them, people watching the replay. And thank you to everyone who's already jumped into Star Powered Circle as a founding member. My heart is truly full and my soul is just feels like it's like jumping up and down for joy with just recognition because I finally got to this place where it feels easeful. There's still effort going in, but I know exactly where I'm going. And the reason why I know where I'm going is because what I've put into my masterclass Radiate. I was finally able to connect the dots of why I found myself talking about the healing journey and all of the places where we get stuck in my client readings and in my trainings, in addition to talking about how we are meant to radiate and express ourselves in the world. It was in this year that I finally connected the dots and realized my why. I remember at the very beginning of the year, I hired one of my favorite intuitives. She was offering year ahead forecasts and readings, and she told me that I was really going to be connecting the dots in my work this year, and I was really excited about it. I had no idea how that was going to play out and how it was going to work out, but I did remember feeling that radiance, that belief, that inner why, the inner purpose when she told me. And it is really, really, really true. So I want you to get into your why, especially with this new moon in Sagittarius. And so this new moon in Sagittarius, it happens on the 23rd on Wednesday at 2:58 p.m. Pacific, 5:58 p.m. Eastern. And if you've been working with me for a while, you know that I love new moon intentions because it's our time for at once a month, like clockwork, the moon reminds us time to plant and clarify a fresh intention so you can ask and co-create with the universe about what you want. Now, this new moon in Sagittarius, so the moon and the sun meet up at 1 degree of Sagittarius, and we have our personal planets, Venus and Mercury, also in Sagittarius. Like I love Sagittarius. It is so hopeful, it's so abundant, it's so gregarious and generous and optimistic, right? All of these wonderful things. We need this, people, after the last couple of months of the eclipse season and all of the intensities between that square off with Saturn and Uranus. finally behind us. It feels like this new moon in Sagittarius sitting on top of a beautiful mountain range, pausing on our journey, not the destination, but pausing on our journey to take in the breeze, to take in the view, to look down and see how far we have come, all of the challenges that we have risen above, and then continuing out looking further and seeing all of the other peaks on which we want to capture that view. And so, this new moon in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, will be feeling even more Jupiter that day, not just because of the new moon in Sagittarius, but because Jupiter is shifting gears. Jupiter has been in retrograde motion for the last 5 or so months. And now that Jupiter steps on the brakes on that 28 degrees of Pisces, right? So if you have anything on 28 degrees of Pisces, experience a full, like, purposeful envisioning, just like this sense of like arrival, right? The Jupiter's hits gets off of reverse and goes direct. And so when we start to feel those Jupiterian energies at the time when Jupiter is changing directions. And so to say that the 23rd is a big Sagittarian go overboard day, you know what? We earned it. We deserve it. If you want to overeat or overspend within your means on this day, this would be the day to do it, to feel alive, to feel abundant, to feel just this wonderful sense of arrival. Okay. Now, I remember last weekend I went to go see Wakanda Forever, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers or anything. I'm going to say that if you haven't yet watched it, please, please, please watch it. Watch it. There were so many wonderful elements that I loved from that movie that really spoke to me. The other leader, Namor, from the other tribe, is talking to Shuri, right? Remember, Shuri is the sister of Black Panther. And he tells her, how is never as important as why. I'm not going to give you the context of what was happening in the movie, but this really sparked my interest because I hear myself telling my clients all the time, especially when it comes to creating new moon rituals and creating intentions for ourselves, and how the how can really block us from our biggest dreams. And the why takes us directly to those dreams. So, thinking about your life or your work and you're creating this big intention, I've seen so many of my clients really like not even ask for the big thing that they want because they can't get past the how. How am I going to do it? What's the strategy? I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough experience, right? All of these different strategies and the hows that block them from even asking the universe for their big dream just because they get stuck in the hows. But when I ask them about their big dream and why they want to accomplish that big dream, all of a sudden we can like float past all the little hows and the whats, and we get to that place of belief, that place of purpose, that place of vision. And that is really what Sagittarius wants for you in this season. So if you look at your natal chart and you look at Sagittarius of 1 degree, the house that contains 1 degree of Sagittarius is that area of your life and your work that wants an upgrade, that wants a fresh intention, that wants you to ask the big question, why? So for me, 1 degree of Sagittarius, right there, my moon is at 6 degrees of Sagittarius. For me, that's in the sixth house of wellness and healing. And I've been still working on kind of the back pain that I've been dealing with for this entire year. I've definitely picked up a little more weight than I'd like to this year. And I need to really answer that question about why do I want to have more health? Well, I want to have more health because I don't want to be in pain anymore. The why? Because I want to feel light. I want to feel vibrant. I want to feel alive. I want to feel like I can do all the things with my child and not have to say, oh, I can't do that. That hurts too much. Why? Right? Why do I want my business to run effectively so that I don't have to work so hard, work to the bone, that I can work within my energy? What about for you? Where is that 1 degree of Sagittarius? Is it in your first house? Why do you want to be the leader? Why do you want to identify that way? Is it in your second house? Why do you want to build value? Why do you want to make more money? In the third house, why do you want to share what you know? Fourth house, why do you want to heal those inner parts of you? Fifth house, why do you want to create and play? Sixth house, I've already talked about. Seventh house, why do you want to partner and commit to others? Eighth house, why do you want to regenerate? Ninth house, why do you want to believe? 10th house, why do you want to be the expert? 11th house, why do you want to be part of community? And 12th house, why do you want to transcend and connect with your highest self? Wherever that 1 degree of Sagittarius, it is asking why. And I want you to go really big with your why. If you can answer that why, simply write that down. Put that in your new moon journal so that you can look back a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now on that big why and see what you have accomplished. Now, new moon rituals, again, are at the foundation, the cornerstone of my work in astrology. It's really how I came to really learn and love astrology and starting to integrate that into my work. And I really want to remind you that we have a few more days until my founding member rates end on December 1st. And new moon rituals are a big part of Star Powered Circle. Every month, we're going to be meeting up to put and plant our seeds of rituals and intentions together. Because these intentions, when they grow together, they support each other. There's so much more power invested and concentrated in one area. And of course, when you get really clear each month of the year on what you want to create in your life, the universe follows because you're directing the universe in terms of what you want. In addition to Star Powered Circle, there's going to be a training in the library that's called Moon Rituals for Business. And I'll share with you the insider tips on how to work with each phase of the moon during the month, as well as how to write the perfect intention so that you don't get stuck in the house. And so, if you love new moons and if you love working with the moon and being really intentional in your work, Star Powered Circle is going to be so amazing. I'd love for you to join in. You'll get these new moon rituals, you'll get the moon ritual training, you will get so much more. So, head on over to starpowered.com/circle. So before I go, I just wanted to share my gratitude. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you listeners who come and dedicate your time to astrology, to learn your inner journey, to learn your outward expression. I want to thank the members of Star Powered Circle that have already had a full body yes and jumped in at the founding rates. I want to thank all my clients that trust me and allow me to guide them with their stars. And I'm really, truly grateful for all of my past experiences, all of the challenges that were created for me so that it could direct me along this path. My life is wonderful. I'm super, super grateful. And I hope that you can find the power of that gratitude and the power of asking why for yourself this Sagittarius new moon. I will leave you with this, a beautiful testimonial from one of my favorite clients, Mickey. She said, I'm so excited to be working with you in Circle. I just love the way you see and do things with astrology. Thank you so much, Mickey. And thank you, you too, for listening. If you're in the States, having a beautiful American Thanksgiving, do what you need to do to honor the stewards and the indigenous people that lived before you on your land and enjoy your time with your family. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and happy, beautiful new moon in Sagittarius. As a human design projector, my energy shines more brightly because of people like you who share my work. If you enjoy this podcast and want to help build a movement of innovative astrology and leadership and spark the intuitive revolution, please rate and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, or better yet, share this podcast with your change-making besties. We will all shine brighter together as we create the future we want to see.